So there's a glimpse of how much snow fell last night. It looks like I'm going to be stuck out here for at least a couple days until some of this snow melts, but honestly, look at these views. I really can't complain if this is where I'm calling home for the next little bit. Mistakes have been made today. I tried to do that whole heatless curl trend. This is just... oh... okay. I don't recommend to anyone who has very fine and dry hair. I'm gonna try brushing it out and see what happens if I brush it. This was the worst idea I have ever come up with. How do those girls make heatless curls look so good? How is this what happened to mine? Where did I go wrong? Well, I think I'm gonna have to just like wet all of my hair in order to fix this. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I just kind of got it wet and brushed it out a little bit. Still kind of a frizzy mess, but I don't really care. That's what we're working with today. Basically, we ended up getting snowed in overnight. I was planning to go to town today, but there is no way my van is going to get us out of here. So I'm kind of just going to make the best of it and hang out off-grid for a few days. I'm really not stressed because I did just fill up my water and I have a full fridge of food and everything. So there's literally nothing to worry about besides the snow on my solar panels. So I'm going to go clear that off, and then I'm going to go play with Scout, cook some lunch, and get the rest of my day started. How convenient is it that my countertop is still right next to where my stove is when I want to cook outside or inside? Can't complain. So I just brought my food inside because the wind is picking up out there and that's just not very peaceful. And I did overcook my steak a tiny bit. It's like medium well instead of medium rare, but that's okay. I'm gonna give him a little piece of this fat. Okay. Oh, you're drooling on me, buddy. I'm not the only fan of steak here. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my food in peace and then I'll be back. Now that I'm done eating, it is this patient little boy's turn. So I use one of these slow feed bowls for Scout, otherwise he literally inhales his food. And then I rehydrate the kibble a little bit with some water. Then his favorite thing is an egg. So I crack that. He doesn't eat the shell, so I'm just gonna do it like that. Wait. Okay. Good boy. You love the egg, huh? All right, it is a bit later. I just did some cleaning up in the van and stuff, and now I'm gonna take Scout for a quick little burn before it gets dark out. And while I'm at it, I think I'm also gonna try and see if I can find some firewood for tomorrow. I know that it's all gonna be wet from the snow right now, so I'm thinking if I put it underneath my van where my diesel heater exhaust is, it might kind of help dry it for tomorrow. So yeah, let's go do that before it gets dark. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be driving out of this anytime soon. Oh my goodness. So all of this stuff that's kind of underneath the trees and whatever is relatively dry, so I'm gonna see if I can pull some of these broken bits out. Why aren't you bringing any wood, buddy? Where's your wood? Oh, you got some. Good boy. You good little helper boy. So this is where I would have to drive out of with my van if I decided the attempt. And I honestly just, there's 0% chance it would make it, so. There's probably a better way to do this, but. So I'm not even gonna go through the effort to shove all of that underneath my van because I'm pretty sure there's no chance we're gonna get snow or rain tonight because the sky is perfectly clear. It's a beautiful evening and I'm pretty sure I have nothing to worry about. All right, I am pretty much all ready for bed and I just checked the weather forecast and it looks like it is going to be sunny for the next couple days. So I'm kind of hoping some of the snow melts out there because I really do need to get into town to do a few errands, hopefully before the weekend. But until then, I'm just going to enjoy being out here because I honestly do really love being in nature. So I don't really have anything to complain about. But yeah, for tonight, I'm just going to kind of relax and put something on Netflix, I think. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey, hi baby. You're such a goofball. You're such a goofball. Oh, what are you doing? All right, buddy, let's see what the weather's looking like today. It is such a nice day out today. Beautiful blue sky. It's a little bit windy, but I'm hoping that dies down a little bit. So first things first, put on the thermal leggings. If you can see that there's like fur on the inside of these. And it is my goal to have a van that I can stand up in to get dressed because this, like I can't sit up. I have to fully lay down to put my pants on like this. So here's the snow update of day 2. Still really not drivable. Like there's no way my van is gonna get through this. So we're still here for goodness knows how long. Wow, it is such a beautiful morning. The geese are all on the water. Scout's happy. Mission not accomplished. Scout's enjoying this at least. Yeah, I wanted to rinse my face, but clearly that didn't work out very well. It is so nice out here. Even in winter, I know all the trees are dead, but just quiet, peaceful. Me and my boy. So I pretty much just spent the morning outside at the river with Scout and also shooting a UGC video. Since a lot of people do ask how I make money on the road, that's one of them. I can always elaborate on that in a different video, but it is getting kind of late in the afternoon. So I'm gonna see if I can go try and get that fire started. It's a little bit windy outside, so I don't know if that's gonna like work in my favor or against it, but I don't wanna lose daylight, so let's go do that.
Bruh.
So I might be a bit clumsy if you haven't noticed, but it's moments like this where my favorite quote comes in handy. which is life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So one thing I find super underrated is practicing stoicism. Being stoic actually comes from an ancient philosophy that emphasizes living a virtuous life by focusing on what you can control, that being your thoughts and actions, and also accepting what you cannot, while cultivating self-discipline and resilience. The philosophy holds that becoming a clear and unbiased thinker allows one to understand the universal reason. So I always save my recycling as fire starter. Okay, the wind is really helping us out today. All right, it's so windy, I had to get a mic. So I've got this flat rock here that I'm going to use as my little table. So there's my butter. I know a lot of people are going to say I'm gross for not actually washing these, but I have to ration my water because I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back into town to get more. So I don't want to waste it cleaning potatoes that are going to be cooked and all the bacteria is going to be off of them. And a little dirt never hurt anybody. Besides, the snow is pretty abrasive, so it actually does really work well. And these are russet potatoes, so they're going to look brown even though they're clean. And I'm not about to peel them because I don't have a peeler. I only have a knife, and that took me like a century last night. So that's pretty clean. Got a piece of carrot, boy? Cool. So I'm going to put a big chunk of butter in with the potatoes. And then the other ones are going to go in a separate foil so they cook properly. So I'm going to put my potatoes just like right at the base of the fire here where it's hot. Come here, do you want another one? Come here. Sit. You gonna eat it? One for me, one for you. I'm gonna put the rest of my butter in with the carrots. So while we wait for my veggies to cook, I'm gonna use my fancy little wine glass. That's not for you, little love. No, you don't want that. So you might be wondering, are you really just gonna eat potatoes and carrots for dinner? Yes. That's why I need to go back into town like as soon as possible. I have no meat left. I just used the last of my veggies. And so after this, I'm on my dehydrated, what's it called? Mountain House meals. So yeah, cheers. While we wait for the veggies to cook, may as well go on an update to check out the snow. The sun was shining all day today, so a little bit of it melted, I think, but I'm not going to be able to get enough traction to get through here, so I think we've got at least another day or two out here, buddy. Based off the sound of that, I think we're almost done. Okay, I think it's time to check on them. Let's see if I can do this without burning myself. Okay, the carrots are almost done. I'm just going to turn them around because they're obviously not cooking very evenly. And I feel like the potatoes are going to be done because they're right at the bottom of everything, but I need to figure out how to get them out without injuring myself. There we go. Should I just like go for it? Okay, I'm just going to grab them. Whew. Oh yeah, those are done. Look at those potatoes. There is a train going by right now, so. So I'm really deep in thought about what I'm going to eat for the next couple days right now. It's going to be very limited. Wow, these are cooked so perfect. Literally perfect. There's nothing like food cooked over a fire. I feel so barbaric right now, like no utensils except for a knife. Drinking wine out of a metal cup. It's a good life. I genuinely love my life so much, even when I'm stranded out here. Like, can't go to a grocery store, can't shower, don't know when I'm gonna shower next. But I literally wouldn't change a dang thing, buddy. So, for anyone who might be new here, if you don't know why I'm living in a van in the middle of winter in Canada, it's not necessarily for enjoyment. To keep a long story short, I have paid so much rent in the last 10 years that I could literally own like 5 properties by now. But instead, these like rental management companies for condos and stuff just have all my money and I have nothing to show for it. So I decided to sell literally everything I own. I actually had a different YouTube account where I was posting in my like high-rise apartment and doing the whole like bougie lifestyle and whatever, like preppy, whatever you want to call it. And I literally just sold all of that, moved out, canceled my lease, bought a van, moved into the van, and now this is my life. And I plan to keep doing this until I have enough money saved up to buy a piece of land where I can hopefully either renovate or build a house, depending on, I'm getting ash all over my face, depending on like what's on the land that I buy and stuff. So that being said, if you like and subscribe, I might be closer to my goal of being able to buy a house or a piece of land, because all of my income right now is kind of like dispersed among different sources, like UGC, skip the dishes, whatever. So I'm hoping maybe YouTube will help like jumpstart that process. Anyway, I'm so hungry. This is such a carefree life. I love it. So it's a bit later and I decided that no matter what, I'm gonna try and get out of here tomorrow because I really need groceries, like badly. And I could really use a shower at this point. Like my hair's kind of getting disgusting. You can't really see it on the camera, but it's gross. And now I also smell like campfire smoke, so it's not the end of the world, but I am gonna try because worst case scenario, I get stuck like 20 feet away from where I am now. And then I just stay there for another day or two. I do have a like small Avi shovel in the back. If you're not familiar, an avalanche shovel is like very little. So it would take me several hours to dig myself out of here, but I might try. And yeah, so I'm gonna have an early night because I'm gonna get up really early in the morning to try and tackle that. So I guess I will bring you guys with me because I think that's gonna be a little bit chaotic to say the least, because even if I do make it out of this little turnaround where I am, I'm gonna have to just like send it so that I don't get stuck in the snow. I'm gonna have to just keep going, because if I stop, like, I don't know if you guys have ever driven rear wheel drive through the snow in a big heavy van. It like won't go. Like you have to keep going and going, otherwise I'm not gonna get anywhere. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck, pray for me, cross your fingers, whatever you do. And I will see you guys early in the morning. So it's the next day, and I've officially used all the diesel that I had for my heater, which means if I don't make it out of here today, I'm gonna be sleeping in like -5 tonight. So I'm kind of hoping and praying that I can get out of here. I'm gonna go try and dig out my Avi shovel out of the back and see if I can break up some of that snow out there. And then I'm just gonna send it and try and get my van out of here as best as I can and see what happens. So let's go do that. So here's the snow update. There's definitely a lot less than there was 2 days ago. However, when you get up here towards the little hill where I'm gonna have to get up, that's when it's really thick. Like this is, my tires kind of will probably get stuck in this, I'm assuming. So I'm gonna see if I can, oh, Scout's peeing, dig some of that out, but yeah. I'm not even close to done, and I barely put a dent in it, but I really only need to do enough to get traction. I don't know if you can hear me, it's really windy out here. I'm breathing hard. Okay, probably got to do a bit of this because it's on a hill. Oh, I'm tired. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, I got tired, so that was kind of a lazy shovel job, but I'm hoping it's enough to make it up that like minuscule hill. I know it doesn't look like much, but this van doesn't have that much capability. Doesn't take much to get stuck. So I'm just gonna try and keep my momentum and like send it out of here until I hit the dirt. So yeah, let's see what happens. Well, my camera fell, but I barely made it out. See, this is the life of trying to record everything. You know, it's really windy outside and I didn't even realize my camera fell, but that's how close I was to not making it. You can kind of see my near fail. Can you even hear me? It's so windy. Anyways, let's get out of here. We made it out, and listen to that wind. There's no windows open or anything. That's just the wind like hitting my solar panels. So I'm back in town, which turned out to be a really good idea because there's apparently snow in the forecast for the next couple days after today. So grateful for that. And one other thing, I decided to get my favorite meal, my favorite fast food meal, I mean, because just for the record, there is a lot that doesn't go into these videos like day to day when I'm filming. Like I was out there for 3 days and you're gonna see what, 10 or 15 minutes of it. So that being said, I was only eating 1 meal a day because I did not prepare to be out there for that long. I didn't prepare for the snow or anything like that. So I didn't actually have enough food to eat any more than 1 meal a day. So I'm hungry, I've been shoveling, I've been outside a lot. So yeah, I got my favorite burger meal and I'm about to chow down on that and not feel guilty about it because I am like, what's it called? Calorie deficit right now. Like I have burned so many more calories than what I've put in me. So wait, we just need a moment of appreciation because I just, you know, this is probably nothing, but it looks beautiful to me right now because I'm so hungry. All right, I'm at the gym and I'm about to go shower, so I will see you guys next time.